the IKO A minor. Here's my morning routine. Feet about hip width apart, usually a little narrower. I take the IKO with a very soft touch. Just the knuckles here, or the pads of the finger, are almost enough to pull it apart. And so, very softly, it's like just letting the arms drape, and because they drape, they want to go outward, and that's all the pressure you need. Suddenly, the IKO expands, and that expansion goes through your body. You can feel it press into you, just slightly, and this is subtle. And that started my breathing, getting deeper. I could point it down, leave it in contact with the body and point it down to the floor. Slight lifting of the belly. Nice, beautiful curve all the way up to the top of the head. One steady line, spiraling line. And bringing it back into the body, touching into the pelvis. Then bringing it up the body. This actually goes right to my belly button. I could pause. There it is. Just something to be attentive to. Rolling it up the body. Now it's under my shin. Now it's time to separate the elbows slightly. And I'm not pulling, except that just the lengthening the elbows up to a 90-degree angle to the body. Now there's a force that wants to go out. And of course that force then is distributed through the rest of my body. Once again, the pull up through the center becoming more accentuated. Waiting. Now I'm waiting because I want to go up to the ceiling, but I want to be in coherence with my body. Okay, the breath is coming up and raising me up, and now I'm into a level where I could, with effortless work, just spread out a little bit, and the IKO rolls up. Rolling up to the top of my head, my crown. I could even sit here for a moment. My breath just got bigger. Now, as I exhale, I'm going to push up all the way to the ceiling. And I can feel my Tadasana line in yoga taking place, yet I'm very relaxed. I'm not pulling up in the front of the quadriceps. I'm not doing anything to lock into this pose. This is constantly moving. Bringing it down, back to where I started from. Now, I'm going to pull to the right with my right arm and pull to the left with my left arm, but my right arm's going to win. So they're both pulling outward, so there's resistance, and at some point my left arm's going to begin to win, but the right arm goes out to the point that, oh, my whole body is adjusting to this pull, but now the other side's taking over. The left side's bringing me back. And the left side's going to take me over until the left side can't go anymore. Left side, still winning. Now, just the torque and the pull of the right is bringing me back again. That's quite something. This lengthens out, and this pulls back. Both one lengthening and pulling, but the one that's, or lengthening and pushing has more force to it until finally the force shifts. And it's a gradual shifting of the force. It's still pushing. The other's still pulling. The pulling is getting greater and the push is getting greater. Now the push can't go any farther and the pull brings you back again. to the other side. And you're not muscling any of this. You're just waiting for the shifts of the pressures. And then they too shift because the body's organization has slightly shifted. It's higher now. And depending on the tensions in your body, it's spiraling now. And the other side's going until they can't go no more. And back on home. One more rise, pulling the IKO into the body, little points of pressure. Now it's going to be right up under right to the chin, and that aligns the head front and back. And then this is going to touch the third eye and allow it just to basically softly stretch the skin. That relaxes the jaw. That drops the buttocks. That pulls up the inner thighs. That opens the clavicle. That relaxes the jaw. It keeps spiraling. And now it's almost like I'm being pulled up rather than pushing up. And then I could imagine right over left. And so the right goes to the left, to the right, and begins to pull me, and that actually then, in this case, rotates me until the left is going to take over. And now it rotates me back. Until the right is going to take over. And it's descending, because I'm just riding the waves here. Just riding the waves of the tensions in relationship to the forces in the IKO. I'm going to let this one go all the way down. It seems like it wants to, and why not? It just depends how you want to ride those waves. Now my thighs are working independently. Left, and then more to the right. And my back is stretching long and spiraling left and right. Until finally I come back to home, press into the ground, release the head, press into the ground, look up, and reach out, pull apart slightly, and rise. It pulls me right on up to tippy toes and back down. So that's the IKO working. There it was, 8-minute warm-up. Full rise and down and twist. Twist low through the hips, twist through the shoulders, twist above the head. Feels very opening and energizing. It's the IKO A minor. It's wonderful.